What's up, everybody? It's Pat Check JW here with another recent pickup video. Thanks for coming back around to the channel and everything. So, we appreciate it. Yeah, I got some recent pickups here. So, actually, some of this stuff is things I've actually either owned in the past and lost. And so, I had to recently get them again. I'm always going through, like I said, my favorite places to go is like the record store and the exchange store where you can just a ton of books, DVDs, and videotapes. Anyway, let's get to it. Let's pick up. I just actually went down and picked up this one again. I picked up actually a couple of Steven Seagal movies, and his movies are like, for me, I grew up with of course the fabulous four, or whatever, if you want to call them, for say the you got Above the Law, Hard to Kill, Out for Justice, Marked for Death, Under Siege, and I actually do like Under Siege too. After that, I don't really know what that guy did with his career, but anyway, he released probably a good 25 other movies after that was like, but actually they're not all that bad. So if you take it for what it's worth and you walk into them with the intention of saying, okay, I'm not expecting this to be something I pay 13 bucks to go to the show to go see it. I'm just gonna either rent it from Redbox, or maybe it'll pop up on Netflix or Amazon Prime for free. Then it's not that bad. But they're not bad if you just kind of understand what it's worth. Just senseless shoot 'em up action type movies. So take them for what they're worth. Actually, I will show you a couple that are not that bad. One's a little better than the other, but anyway. First one up, it's called The Foreigner. I actually rented this on videotape from a CVS way back, actually in town where I'm from. It was called Long's Drugs. I think now it is CVS, but it was a Long's Drugs. They used to rent VHS tapes for like 99 cents, and I remember renting this one. And this was a weird one because he actually has a strange pistol. It's called an M95, and it's like a Polish pistol that was only manufactured for like 5 years or something like that. It's kind of an interesting pistol. You get a better look at it in the back. But yeah, this is kind of not of a bad film. It's actually on right now. Just going back through. I used to have this. I did have it. Not sure what happened to it, but I always remembered it wasn't that bad. Of course, it's not great either. But anyway, it seems kind of like a film. You do. I found myself continuing to watch it, even back when I first remember watching it. Then I went back and rewatched it. I seemed to found myself actually intrigued into it and wanting to continue watching it. So, um, anyway, the next one up is a Kevin Costner film, and I do like Kevin Costner in his action movies for sure. And next, or 3 Days to Kill. There's always so many of these 3 Days movies, but this one's 3 Days to Kill. He plays a guy that has like a disease or something. He's basically got an expiration date, and it's happening pretty quick, but it's got its funny moments. I did go to the show to go see this when it came out, I believe. So not bad, not bad. The other one I picked up, this one came from the pawn shop. I love going to pawn shops too because you can just get a whole stack for really cheap. This one's called The Faculty. Um, this one here is a Robert Rodriguez film. I remember when this came out. I remember the advertisement for it. Robert Patrick is in it. If you don't know who that is, that's the Terminator 2 dude. Everybody knows him as that. Josh Hartnett is in it. Not my favorite actor, but not. I mean, I can totally tolerate him. I'm okay with Josh Hartnett. I can tell you right now, Shia LaBeouf, I'm not a big fan of. I just can't stand watching his movies, and they usually ruin it for me. But he's not bad. I liked him in Hollywood Homicide actually, with Harrison Ford. Faculty, haven't watched it yet. Did watch it many years ago when it first came out, probably on videotape or in the show. I either went to the theater to go see it. I can't remember, but it's a horror flick. It's not bad. It's about the teachers in this school, um, basically like aliens or something like that. So pretty cool. And good old standby classic that I've had off and on. Actually had this on Blu-ray that was jacked up. I bought that brand new from Target and it didn't work. I should have returned it, but I do love this movie. Silence of the Lambs. Uh, it's an absolute classic, and of course, most everybody knows I have a thing for Jodie Foster, so that's definitely on top of the list. The other one is the other Steven Seagal movie. Again, this one's not. It's half. Yeah, The Foreigner is better. This one's called Submerged. Um, it's kind of neat. It's an interesting idea. It's also got Vinnie Jones in it. Vinnie Jones is really cool in it, but yeah, don't. His dialogue is absolutely atrocious in it, but again, I mean, look, I paid $1 for this, so I used to actually have that too, and for whatever reason, I had this I had a bunch of Steven Seagal movies, and I lost a whole bunch of them, so I'm having to actually recollect some of them. So, all right, now enough of those weird movies, but anyway, here's a speaking of actually, this is a strange movie in itself. It's called The Master. This one's got Joaquin Phoenix, the late Philip Seymour Hoffman. This one here is certainly an interesting movie. I remember being very drawn to it when I saw the trailers for it. And Joaquin Phoenix for me is like this actor that's like, you don't really know what you're going to get with him. He's pretty out there. He's really good at playing out of control, unbalanced characters, and this one is definitely on the top of that list. He's greatly disturbed in this movie. Does his behavior is completely off the charts? So this one's definitely strange. It's kind of difficult to find. At least it was for me out here. I actually had the Barnes and Noble order it for me, and I got lucky. They were right as it came in. It got on sale. They were running a sale, so it only cost me like $10 for it. And it was really good, but very interesting film. You gotta have a really open mind on it. Again, his behavior is like crazy, but there's one scene that I'll talk about that is just so crazy because I'm like, I always thought, who wrote this? He's a photographer. It's set after World War II. He comes back. He's a vet. He's trying to cope with society. He's obviously like an alcoholic, and he's creating these drinks out of chemicals and stuff you wouldn't even want to like rub on your skin, and he's drinking it, concoction of stuff. But anyway, he's a photographer in like a mall or something, and there's this guy sitting there, and he keeps moving the lights closer and closer to the guy purposely, and the guy is like, he's saying it's hot, it's get it away from me, and he keeps doing it, and he fights with this guy in the middle of the mall, and then he starts throwing things at him, and it's like this big fight outbreaks, and you're going, this just like what? So it's a pretty crazy scene. All right, now I don't know if I showed it. I did pick this up some time ago, but I don't know if I actually was looking through the archives of the videos, and I was like, I thought I showed this, or maybe it didn't get its starring act. But I picked up Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2 on VHS. This is cool because this is the original. This would have been like an original tape that I would have remembered for sure when I would go into the video store and looking around. This is the one I remember. This is the cover I remember. It's got that cool, 3 cut scenes on the back that I remember, and then the tape itself. It's old when you have the spine label, plus of course the front label. But really neat. This stuff kind of just brings me back. I really love this stuff because this is stuff I grew up with. So anyway, And of course, Freddy, out of all the characters, he is my favorite slasher. And obviously, we know, and everybody keeps asking me to bring him back out. So there it is, the one of many gloves that I built. This is the part 1 glove. So here it is in all its glory. Here, we'll go ahead and put it on. My buddy that moved up to Snow Country just actually unboxed one of the gloves I gifted to him that I made, and he sent me a picture of it, so that was really cool. But yeah, there it is. You know, nothing screen accurate, but pretty, you know, the design and everything, trying to keep, you know, close to the original. So, and then the different cuts in the leather, and the leather is completely aged. Myself, and I have many vlogs on doing these. So I think this one was made out of gutter material or something like that, but it is copper. And these are the thicker blades that were harder to work with to make that. So anyway, also did want to show you guys some of the how the grips, some of the grips I was doing turned out. These are those ones with the silver medallion, original Colt walnut grips. One thing I don't like about these is it appears to be like stained or painted black. Do not like that at all. I wish they were actually just brown like they should have been. Same with these. Although these are a little closer to the brown color, but again, I think they've darkened up over time, and that's what will happen if you don't like at least protect them with something. These are ones off my Colt anniversary, and I believe back when I got them, I think I painted them with lacquer or something, but I probably should strip them again and lacquer them, because the oil really permeates, and I could feel it, especially on this one, because this particular gun was always uh, oversaturated with oil because of living at the time where I was living, all the salt and everything like that. Of course, I wanted to show the ones that I got from Triple K, the final look on them. I don't know how well I'll show it, but you can see the different spotting and splatter and all that, different color and everything like that on there. Beautiful 1930s Colt commercial. So anyway, I'm slowly working on some stuff and doing all that. But anyway, that's all the recent pickups, if you would. And of course, my buddy got me a set of calipers, which I definitely needed, because I lost mine from, I don't know where they're at, but I used to have a set and I lost them. That's a lot more elaborate than the set I had. So anyway, there you have it, and I think that's it. That's all I got to show you. So we'll see you next time.